Welcome back. So glad that you've decided to watch part two. I really hope that part one gave you a bit of an insight into what we're doing. In this episode, Mikey Powell is going to be taking Raise a Hallelujah, playing it back on an iPad, filming himself using his iPhone, no mics, nothing special, and then sending it over to me, where I'm going to be editing it in iMovie on an iPad.
Hi there, good morning, good afternoon. I just thought I'd take you through what I've just done. I've just recorded a song to try and demonstrate a little bit about how we can do worship online and pre-record that and do that well. So I'm helping out Dave Johnson to help out you guys. So let me take you through what I've just done. So where are we? Here we go. So this is my duck. This is where my phone goes. That's what I'm using to record the video and the audio. Just really simple today. Try and make it as simple as possible. So I'm recording the video there. I'm using down here. This is an old iPad we've got in the house, and we've got the Multi-Tracks app where we've downloaded this lovely little version of Raise a Hallelujah, which is what we've done, which is beautiful. So you can change all of this. You can have more click. More of the tracks. You can edit all of that, what you hear in your ears, which is really useful. So obviously, as you can probably see, I've got my headphones on, so I'm playing that with headphones. So it's important that you can't hear the track on the iPhone video. What we're going to do is we're going to overlay that later. So that's important. Little tips about that. I like to put my headphones down the back of my top because it makes it a little bit tidier, and also because then it doesn't get away with your guitar. But then what I have, for that reason, I have that's upside down. I'm not very good at this part. I've got this little extension cable. So if you don't have that, you might want to just use your headphones normally. So what we do, put the iPhone on record over there on the tripod, press record on that, then come down, make sure my headphones are plugged in, press play on this, and I had to make sure I clapped a certain beat with the track, because that makes it easy to combine the audio and the video. So that with the counting, I think I capped on, so it goes 1, 2, 1. On that second one, I capped on that. Just to be able to sync up the audio and the video, that's one of the challenges there. What else is there? That's basically what you do. Then you just play along with the song. Make sure you set the volume right so you can hear it in your ears, but you can also hear yourself singing and playing, because you've got to have both ears in, because the click comes out one ear and the track comes out the other ear. So make sure you can do that. So try all that before you start recording. Another point I would make, actually, and I have only just thought this as I was playing it and singing it, Raise a Hallelujah, potentially not the most useful song we could have chosen, partly because it's usually got two parts. It's got the male and the female parts, and there's only one of me. And that makes it quite difficult. Range-wise, actually, it's also another difficult one. This is something to think about. If you're leading worship, the people you are leading worship in are going to be at home in their living rooms, not in a building with a few people all singing around them. They're going to be by themselves, maybe even sitting down. So try and think about that when you're choosing keys and choosing songs. So songs that aren't too difficult to sing. Raise a Hallelujah is a massive tune. However, it's a real belter. You've got to sing it high. So maybe we should either have chosen a different key, or potentially a different song. But it's good to demonstrate that not everything has to be perfect. I think this is part of the point here, that we can see some of the stuff that other people do, and it's really polished and perfect, and that's not the point. The point is what you want to do is serve your community and do churches as you do church as much as you can, because the church is not the building, it's the people. And so in that recording, just did it in one take, tried to do it as normal as possible, did a little bit of ad-libs, got some words wrong, got some chords wrong, not many, but some. And I would encourage you to do that. Like, there's a real temptation to be like, oh, I could just do that a little bit better. Try not to do that unless you really have messed it up entirely. Then you can start again, that's useful. But try not to do that. Try and keep it real and authentic. Because that's what it's all about. Our worship should be real and authentic. So hopefully that's helpful. Yeah.
So I really hope you enjoyed Mikey's piece. Let's jump over onto my iPad, where we're going to look at PlayBack. And we're also going to jump into iMovie for video editing. Okay, so this is iMovie on the iPad for anyone who has not seen it before, and it starts up if you've got any projects, they'll show here. We don't, we want to create something blank. I'm going to tap on create project. It's going to ask me if I want to create a movie or a trailer. Now trailers are great if you have a whole load of different clips to put together into one short movie-like trailer. We want to go for movie because that's going to give us better options. It's then going to ask me to import something. I'm going to select video, and here we can see, if I select it there, this is the video that Mikey sent over. I'm going to tap on the little tick to say that I want that, and then the bottom, create movie. And here it is. Here is Mikey singing in his glory. One of the great things with this is that I can pinch to zoom. It's not letting me at the moment. What is really important here though is this little icon that looks like a waveform. We want to bring that up, and immediately if I scroll through and stop here, this is Mikey's clap, which is going to act as a great sync point for getting things together. The next thing I want to do is bring in just the stereo multi-tracks. That can either be on something like Dropbox. I'm going to bring it in from iCloud. So I've clicked this add button here. I'm going to select audio, my music, and right down the bottom here we have files. It's going to open up, and it's this custom Razor Hallelujah. I'm not going to do that for now because I have already bought it in. And you'll see that jumps to the bottom. Now in a second, if I play this, this will be horribly out of time. So what we have are a couple of tools here. You can see this is now highlighted yellow, and I can slowly bring this in. I can adjust the volume. So I probably want a bit more track. You can hear it's still out of time. It's a bit temperamental, but so eventually you will see that we've got some waveforms at the bottom, and we need to sync all this up. So at the minute, if I play it, the tracks are coming in far too early. If I tap on it, I have this yellow adjuster. I'm going to trim. Then I'm going to zoom. And I want these two waves to start at about the right time. So that if I play it, still slightly out of time there. Let's bring the volume of both up. because that means it's a bit easier to see how far out we are. It's just a bit sensitive sometimes. I think that looks pretty good if we play it again. I think those are pretty well in sync. Let's bring this volume down now. And also on the video. You know what? I still think we could do a bit better. I think the acoustic guitar is out of time, but that is our project largely cut. Let's try and give it a bit of a filter, just to let's make Mikey look slightly dreamy. We're going to hit done. We're going to hit the bottom, the little square share button. We're going to hit save to files, and that's now exporting. There we go. Thank you for watching the second episode. I really hope you're finding it useful. Next time we'll be looking at all the different equipment on a budget that you can use to really improve your church's worship setup.